What is up, killers? Kevin today, back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda on a website this week. This is going to be episode 570 within my series, but without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight into the video. Amberview PlayHome, coming in at 226.5 kilobytes of a download. This is going to be a beautiful free player home for you guys to enjoy, located right next to Riften. As you can tell on screen now, location is going to be there. It sits comfortably in the forest of the southeast to the city and fulfills so many needs: comfort, leisure and practicality too. It's filled with fireflies, honey and sweet scent of maple. It does include all crafting stations, a bed, safe storage, garden, also much more. Aesthetically, this is great. There's not sort of a cramped cluster feel to this particular playhome. It's very airy, very awesome, very unique, and a few different goodies within there. I won't spoil too much, guys. As always, I do encourage you, if you like what you see, grab this particular playhome. The download size is pretty much non-existent. You'll be able to fit this in any particular load order just to give it a try and have a little look. Personally, I enjoyed it. Inside and outside, I think it's a very cute and awesome little player home. Vampire Body Replacer version 4, coming in an incredibly low download size of 904B of a download. Now, this is going to be on all platforms for you guys to try and enjoy, and pretty much what this does is it's a replacement version of the Vampire Lord body. The only unique feel I can take from this particular one to change from the original is going to be sort of a change from the tired Drog armor that is basically spammed on every one of these particular mods for a more of a vampire body, more of a feel, more of a realistic look to that. And personally, I don't think the Dovahkiin, quotation Dovahkiin helmet on this particular sort of body replacer does look out of place. I think it fits very snug. I don't think there's any clipping. The positioning is absolutely great, and honestly I think it looks very cool to do with the Vampire Lord. Guys, there's many different versions of this one. This is going to be the first coverage from me of this particular one, which is going to be version 4, but honestly I think it's a very cool mod. Again, many other different versions for you guys to try out from this particular mod author too. Chapter 2 Jeremy Soule inspired music, coming in at 20.8 megabytes of a download. A professionally composed music mod adds 1 hour of exploration music to Skyrim using Jeremy Soule's composing techniques. Skyrim's soundtrack is going to be one of the favorite scores of all time. We all know that. We all recognize this particular music within any of the games. Personally, as well, like Oblivion, some of the soundtracks within these Elder Scroll games are absolutely divine. So why not get that sort of sense of feel to do with the game, but also something different too. Normally we see music mods that do cover within the game that are going to be completely out or somewhat very close. This one, personally, I'm not going to be playing it due to copyright. You will definitely notice a difference, but also it fits in with the game very nicely indeed. As I said before, an hour of beautiful natural music to be going around the world too is definitely going to be vital, not only for videos but for just general gameplay. This one is going to be really gorgeous. Guys, I cannot fault this one whatsoever, and the community is really loving this one too. HD Nightingale, this one is coming in at 9.6 megabytes of a download. Full perms and permissions from the nexusmods.com to head over to the Bethesda website for us to enjoy. This is going to be an extreme retexture of the particular armor, but only for females. Guys, there are many other different versions of the Nightingale armor out there mod wise that you can change if you are male, but if you're rocking a female, this one is definitely going to be pucker. Don't think the video does it any justice whatsoever. If it does, great, but personally I think it looks absolutely phenomenal within base game. I think it looks really nice, lore friendly, but just all those textures have been upgraded massively. You won't see them on the existing parts in the infantry, but once putting it on and placing it and sort of looking at it, as you can tell right now, the textures and the mapping is going to be great, guys. It removes the cloak using the alpha map. Other different things have been improved within shaders, textures, model meshes and textures are just absolutely flawless, guys. If you've got the download space free and you are rocking this particular set of armor, thus playing within your gameplay, I personally would grab this only if you are a female. It will not work for male. does preference that within the description, but personally, a very nice retexture of this beautiful and iconic armor to the game. Wearable Cloaks, coming in at 10.4 kilobytes of a download. To obtain the cloaks, go into the Sleeping Giants Inn at Riverwood. Once upon in there, head straight to the right, and between the table and some barrels in the corner, there should be a little cloak barrel for you guys to pick up and enjoy. Many different varieties of these, and it's nice to see that the mod author is sort of adding these particular mods that we would originally have within the Xbox One over the own version within the PlayStation 4. Very nice. I love that unique feel. I think it's absolutely great. I love people that do sort of things like mods like this for the PlayStation 4, as we don't have a lot of sort of, I suppose, assets to do with Sony that will allow us to have some of those bigger, flashier mods over to the Xbox. But it's nice to see that someone's put in the effort and bringing these particular mods over for the PlayStation 4 users. I think this is very nice indeed. And as I said before, many different versions for you guys to pick up and play with for your particular playstyle within your game. So guys, that's the end of this particular video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This has been episode 570 within my series. Guys, if you're new around here too, make sure to click that subscribe button. Right next as well, there is going to be a notification bell. If you click that, apparently some way, shape or form, you will get a notification for every single time I post a video like this to the channel. But guys, until the next one, this has been Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.